back.
Isaac, when were you born?
I was born on January 4th in 1643.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
I was. Next question.
Over here, Isaac!
Yes,
Over
you.
here! Where did you live as a child?
I am from and I was raised in Woolsthorpe Manor in England. Back in the good old days. Next question. Yes, you're all the way in the back.
Who were your parents, and did you have any siblings at all?
My parents were, their names were Hannah Ascoff was my mother, and my father was Isaac Newton the Senior. My siblings, I have three. 2 brothers and 1 sister. Yes, you in the front row.
Where did you study your profession?
I studied at Trinity College in Cambridge for an overall time of 7 years in my studies. Next question.
Over here.
Yes, you sir in the corner.
What kind of discoveries did you say discover?
Well, I discovered several things. Some of the most important things people would say are my 3 laws of motion. I also formulated the law of universal gravitation, and I also contributed with my prediction that the Earth was likely shaped as an oblique spheroid. I also discovered calculus, which led to a powerful method of solving mathematical problems. Next question.
Over here, Isaac.
Yes, you in the middle.
What were the 3 laws of motion?
Well, the first law, most people know as the law of inertia, states that an object at rest will remain at rest unless acted on by an unbalanced force. An object in motion continues in motion with the same speed and the same direction unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. The second law states that acceleration is produced when a force acts on a mass. The greater the mass of the object is, the greater the force required to accelerate it. And the third and final law states that for every action, there is an equal but opposite reaction. Next question.
Over here.
Yes, sir, you in the front row.
What is the law of universal gravitation in the Principia?
Well, the law states that every point mass attracts every single other point mass by a force, pointing along the line intersecting both points, which means, in simpler terms, that everything in the universe attracts all other things. Next question.
Over here.
Yes, you in the back.
Why did you predict that the Earth has an oblate spheroid state?
Well, the reason I predicted that after studying the Earth is not perfectly round, as you could say. The reason why isn't because of the force perpendicular to the axis the Earth sits on. I published my findings in 1687 on this topic with my other findings.
Over here.
Yes.
Over here.
You may have in the corner.
Alright, so moving on to the next topic. What were some of the things you invented?
Well, some things I invented are calculus for mathematical problems, and I also invented the reflective telescope. I wasn't really an inventor, I was more of a discoverer than usual.
Over here!
Yes, ma'am, you in the back.
Okay, so why did you invent calculus?
Well, I invented calculus to solve more powerful methods of solving mathematical problems, which basic algebra, geometry, and other stuff couldn't do. Next question.
Alright, over here.
Yes, you sir in the back.
Alright, so how did you invent the reflexive telescope and what is its purpose?
Well, first off, instead of using a traditional lens like usually people will use, I decided to use a mirror, which the mirror will create a kind of a magnifying and / reflective effect to the human eye while looking at it. I experimented with some different metals and polishing methods to make the telescope itself. I finally finished the telescope in 1668, 100% complete. Next question.
Over here.
Yes, you sir in the third row.
Dang, there's some weird people here tonight.
I know.
Alright, so next question. What were some of the things you did during all of these discoveries you made in your lifetime? What'd you do?
Well, mostly what I did was I lectured at Cambridge University, where I studied myself during this time. I lectured on optics and I also investigated the refraction of light.
Over here!
Yes, you in the back.
So during your investigation with the reflection of light, what did you find?
Well, I demonstrated that the multicolor spectrum provided by a prism could be recomposed into a white light by the lens of a second prism. It is very high here today, guys. Very high in this conference room. Anyway, as a result of my research, I came to theorize that color is the result of objects interacting with already colored light, rather than objects generating the color themselves. Most people know it nowadays as my theory of color or Newton's theory
Yes,
of color.
next question. Yes, you're right there in the front row.
Sir, Isaac Newton, did you win any awards for your discoveries and inventions?
Can you say that again, sir? I can hear you from up here.
Sir, Isaac Newton, did you win any awards for your discoveries and inventions?
What'd you say, sir?
Sir, Isaac Newton, did you win any awards for your discoveries and inventions?
Alright, I heard you that time, bud. And no, I did not win any awards for my findings and discoveries because awards weren't given out during that time period. Next question.
All right, sir, Newton. Last question. What are you best known for?
Well, most people will say that I'm best known for when the apple fell on my head, discovering gravity. Which, bless you, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome. But what actually happened was that I was watching an apple fall from a tree, and that's when the idea of gravity came into my head. It came to my mind. Any more questions?